When my CEO wife, Nina Wynn, learned I voluntarily handed a multi-million-dollar project to her favorite assistant, Zach Channing. She thought her 3-month cold treatment finally worked. Beaming, she suddenly suggested we fly to Ives Land for our long-delayed honeymoon. When Zach found out, he became jealous and threatened to quit. Panicked, she spent 3 days and nights comforting him, then canceled our honeymoon again with the excuse of a business trip, giving him my ticket instead. Later, she casually explained to me, "Romance is trivial. Work comes first. As the boss, I have to prioritize. You're my husband. You should understand." I looked at Zach's latest social post, which was a photo of the two of them leaning intimately with their hands forming a heart, and said nothing. I only nod, thinking I'd become more thoughtful and obedient. She was pleased. She even promised to make it up to me with a more romantic honeymoon when they got back home. However, unbeknownst to her, I'd already resigned. The divorce papers were already signed, and there was no future for us ever again. On the second day of Nina Wynn and her favorite assistant, Zach Channing's honeymoon, I wrapped up my handover work, went to HR, and completed the full resignation process. Barely 10 minutes later, a push notification popped up. Request approved, Nina Wynn. Looks like MS. Wynn wanted him gone ages ago. Guess he finally figured it out, right? Staying here was only making him mess. Wynn upset. Better to leave early. And honestly, what's he worried about? He's the CEO's husband. Even if he quit and stayed home forever, he couldn't spend all her money. As I packed up my things, my coworkers watched me like I was the day's entertainment, their tones dripping with sour pleasure. I was used to it. Everyone knew Zach and I didn't get along. Whereas my wife, Nina, openly favored him. She'd publicly embarrass me for his sake anytime she wanted. So they all rushed to target me, eager to win points with the beloved little assistant. Thinking about it, a cold laugh escaped me. Sorry to disappoint, I said, but I'm leaving for a better job. Another company's hiring me for double the salary, better benefits, too. I didn't bother staying to see their faces twist with envy. Carrying my box of belongings, I walked straight out of the office. I hadn't even reached the front gate when my phone rang. It was Nina. I was still considering how to explain the resignation when I answered. As soon as the call connected, she said, "I just sent you a file. Get it done within an hour." So she didn't even know I'd quit. I almost laughed and opened the attachment. It was the exact same major project I'd given up for Zach not long ago. As always, Zach took the credit, and I did the work. When something went wrong, I took the blame. At first, I tried refusing, but Nina pushed in every direction by coaxing, pressuring, and doing anything to get her way. When I stood firm, she gave me the cold shoulder and then stayed up late working on it herself, pretending she'd shoulder the burden. I couldn't stand seeing her exhaust herself, so I finally agreed. I used to believe Nina would one day understand how much I'd done for her. However, this time, for Zach's promotion, she'd fought with me, iced me out for 3 months, and not even come to the hospital when I'd been running a 104-degree fever.